Whit had accessorized with knockoff Gucci sunglasses, a grill over his front teeth, and a large gold chain, and had surprised us all with a not half bad rap version of White Christmas. I nodded. Ed disappeared a few minutes ago, so I assume he's getting ready for his big entrance. Think he can top Paul's performance? Though we never let on to our husbands, the wives maintained an informal ranking of the Santa performances. The overall winner was Paul Schulman, Eden's next-door neighbor. The Jewish Santa? I laughed. 3 years ago, Paul had appeared wearing a yarmulke with the red suit and had done a very entertaining breakdance routine to the dreidel song. He'd spun around on the ground on his back for the grand finale and had spent the rest of the party lying on the couch with an ice pack. Eden gave me a sidelong glance. I assume you didn't invite him this year? I shook my head and grimaced. I invited Abby, but she couldn't make it. Abby Schulman had been a regular at book club and other neighborhood mom gatherings. I'd seen her a lot less, though, after her decidedly unamicable divorce from Paul last year. A professor at Georgia Tech, he'd gotten one of his students pregnant. I'd seen the girl around the neighborhood. Jules, I'd heard her name was, pushing the baby in a stroller, wearing a ring on her left hand. I did my best to avoid her, as her presence served as a sharp reminder that what happened to Abby could happen to any of us. Eden and I stood for a minute, watching the party swirl around us. It was an unseasonably warm Atlanta evening, so someone had opened the French doors leading to the backyard. A breeze wafted in and sent a stack of gold cocktail napkins fluttering off the kitchen island into the air. The music, which had switched over to a jazzy version of Deck the Halls, blended with the sound of laughter and ice clinking in glasses. The mulled wine I'd made infused the house with the smell of cloves and citrus. I closed my eyes, soaking in the feeling of being surrounded by my family and closest friends on my favorite night of the year. Have we lost Lori? I opened my eyes to see Whit standing in front of us. Eden tilted her head up and he bent to kiss her, leaving his lips on hers just long enough for me to feel a flash of jealousy. I couldn't remember the last time Ed had spontaneously kissed me. Lori's busy imagining packing up our children's steamer trunks and sending them off to war. Eden mimed dramatic waving and swooning. I laughed and nudged her with my elbow. Oh, please, I know you're just as sad as I am to see them go. She sighed. It's true, but at least you'll still have 2 kids at home to keep you busy. Our house will be so empty. I'm going to have to take up day drinking or skeet shooting or something. Whit slipped his arm around her shoulder and ran his hand through his sandy-colored hair that was attractively graying at the temples. Preferably not in that order. My youngest, Chloe, came bounding up to me, her coltish preteen legs too long for her little girl body. She had Ed's hazel eyes and dark hair and a heart-shaped face that made her look like a porcelain doll. "When's Daddy coming?" she asked, hands on her hips. "You mean Santa?" I raised my eyebrows. "I thought I heard reindeer hooves on the roof a minute ago." Whit cupped his hand around his ear. "Santa's not real." Chloe rolled her eyes. Whit gasped. "What? No." He buried his face in his hands and let out an exaggerated sob. Chloe eyed him with skepticism. He raised his face and peeked one eye open to look at her. "You're faking," she said, crossing her arms. "I knew it." "Jeez, when did you get so cynical?" He ruffled her hair. Chloe pretended to duck out of the way but couldn't hide her smile. Everyone loved Whit. "Santa will be here soon." I made air quotes with my fingers. "Go find the other kids and tell them to get ready." Chloe flounced away, swishing